What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are touching down in one of the most breathtaking, most talked about, most photographed places on the entire planet. We are going to Bali, Indonesia. And before you say anything, yes, you have seen the Instagram reels. You have scrolled past the cliffside infinity pools and the $500 a night villas perched above the jungle and the private spa retreats where someone is getting a flower bath in a stone tub while a monkey watches from the railing. You have seen all of it, and it is real. That version of Bali absolutely exists. But here is the thing that nobody who is selling you the luxury Bali dream wants you to know. Bali is genuinely, arguably, completely better when you are on a budget. And I am not saying that to make you feel good about not having money. I am saying it because it is objectively true. The best food in Bali does not come from the expensive restaurants. The best transport in Bali does not come from a private driver. The best nights in Bali do not come from a resort beach club with a $30 cocktail minimum. The best of Bali is accessible to anyone with $20 to $80 a day, the right knowledge and the willingness to experience this island the way most of the people who love it most actually experience it. That is exactly what this video is. The complete budget blueprint for Bali. I am covering the best cheap neighborhoods to base yourself in, the local food scene that will have you eating better than you have eaten anywhere for $2 to $4 a meal. The transport hacks that get you around this island quickly and cheaply. The free entertainment that fills 3 days without touching your wallet, and all the specific tips that separate a Bali trip that was amazing from a Bali trip that was amazing and also affordable. Let us get into it. The first decision that determines your entire Bali experience is where you base yourself. And the good news is that Bali has 3 distinct neighborhoods that are perfect for budget travelers, and each one has a completely different personality. The key is matching the neighborhood to the kind of trip you want. If you want to meet people, surf, be social, and have the kind of holiday where you make 10 new friends in the first 2 days and end up at a beach bonfire you had no idea was happening when you woke up that morning, then Canggu is your neighborhood. Canggu is the social hub of budget Bali. It has a young, international energy, a brilliant surf culture, excellent street food, and some of the best social hostels on the island. Places like Lay Day Surf Hostel and Black Pearl are exactly the kind of operations that understand what budget travelers actually want. You are looking at clean, air-conditioned dorm beds next to a swimming pool for $10 to $15 a night. Let me say that again. A bed, air conditioning, a swimming pool, and a social community of like-minded travelers from every corner of the world for $10 to $15 a night. Canggu is where you go if you want the full Bali social experience at the lowest possible cost. If you are after something completely different, if you want rice terraces and yoga studios and jungle walks and a pace of life that feels genuinely removed from the noise of the world, then you want Ubud. Ubud sits inland, away from the beaches and the surf crowds, surrounded by the kind of lush green landscape that makes you understand immediately why people come to Bali and never fully leave. In Ubud, the best budget accommodation option is not a hostel. It is a homestay. These are rooms inside traditional Balinese family compounds, where a local family opens their home to travelers and you essentially become a temporary guest in their lives. Homestays in Ubud run from $15 to $25 a night. And here is what makes them genuinely extraordinary at that price point. They almost always include breakfast. Not continental breakfast with a sad croissant and a triangle of cheese. A real home-cooked Indonesian breakfast prepared by the family. Fresh fruit, rice, eggs, local dishes made from scratch. The hospitality is warm and genuine and deeply personal in a way that no hotel can replicate at any price. If Bali is your destination for rest, culture, and a genuine connection to the island and its traditions, Ubud is where you stay, and a homestay is how you do it. The third option is Kuta and its neighboring area of Legion. These are the original budget strips of Bali, the areas that established the island's reputation as a backpacker destination decades ago. Kuta is more touristy than Canggu and less culturally rich than Ubud, but it has one thing that the other 2 areas cannot compete with on pure price: private rooms. In Kuta, you can find a private hotel room with a pool for under $20 a night. Not a dorm bed. A private room. For under $20. If traveling solo or with a partner and having your own space is important to you, and your budget is tight, Kuta delivers on price in a way that nothing else on the island touches. The pro tip that applies regardless of which neighborhood you choose is this. If you are traveling solo and you want to manage costs even further, pick a hostel that hosts free events. Many of the best social hostels in Canggu and across Bali run free community events, family-style dinners, trivia nights, surf sessions, day trips where costs get split between a group. These events are not just socially valuable, though they absolutely are. They are also the mechanism by which the cost of scooter rentals, day trips, transport, and activities gets divided between multiple people rather than sitting entirely on you. Finding 2 or 3 people to split a day trip with at a hostel family dinner can cut your transport cost for that day to almost nothing. Plan your accommodation with this in mind. Now, let us talk about food because this is where Bali's budget credentials become genuinely extraordinary. You can eat like royalty in Bali for pocket change. Not like budget royalty, like actual royalty. Full, freshly cooked, flavor-packed meals made from real ingredients by people who have been cooking this food their whole lives for $2 to $4. But you have to know where to look and what to order. The word you need to add to your vocabulary immediately is warung. A warung is a local, family-owned Indonesian restaurant. They are everywhere in Bali. Small, informal, often plastic chairs and simple tables, sometimes just a few covered seats on the side of the road. And they serve the best food on the island. The Western cafes with their acai bowls and smashed avocado and Wi-Fi passwords are fine. They are convenient and they cater to a certain type of traveler. But they are not where you go if you want to eat well and spend almost nothing. Inside a warung, look for the words nasi campur. These 2 words will become the most important part of your Bali vocabulary after warung itself. Nasi campur translates directly as mixed rice. The experience of ordering it works like this. You walk up to a glass display counter. Inside are various portions of prepared food: grilled chicken, tempeh, fried tofu, hard-boiled eggs, spiced vegetables, sambal chili, crispy crackers. You point to whatever looks good. They pile it over a mound of steamed rice on a plate. You take it to your table and you eat it. A full, enormous, genuinely delicious plate of authentic Balinese food costs between $2 and $4. This is not fast food. This is not compromised food. This is the food that Balinese people eat every day of their lives. The flavors are complex and layered and deeply satisfying, and you will eat it once and immediately start planning when you can have it again. Nasi campur, from a local warung, is without question one of the great eating experiences available to a budget traveler anywhere in the world. The other essential Bali budget food order is nasi goreng and mie goreng, fried rice and fried noodles respectively. These are the comfort foods of Indonesian cuisine, and every warung does them well.